Charlotte, great to have you over here in London. You've had a walk around. Just how big a moment is this to have a second performance centre, international, and it's here in London?
Well, I think it just goes to show what a global brand WWE is. You know it's global due to the performers that are on Raw, SmackDown, NXT that are from all over the world. But now that we have a performance center internationally, just goes to show that they're just expanding their opportunities. But for me, knowing that I was the first class in the first ever performance center and NXT homegrown, and to know that I feel kind of part of this movement or moment due to being one of the talent that helped know that the performance center gets the job done. And I'm living proof that it works if you just work the steps.
Well, like you said, you've come through NXT and you've gone through that whole developmental process. So what does it mean to these people who are in the rings here today?
Well, I know a lot of people in the rings today even had prior experience. I had no prior experience. So if they're looking at my career path knowing that I knew nothing, it should open their eyes to say, okay, everything or every tool that I need to be on Raw or SmackDown or to be on NXT is right here. And I think that's what I try to say or stand for, is that I had a clean slate. And I'm standing here now just because I utilized my coaches, the gym, promo class, extra training time. And you're only going to fail not because you didn't have the resources, because you didn't give it all you had.
Is there anyone from, whether it's NXT or NXT UK, that you're kind of watching and have your eye on and think they're going to, they've got a lot of potential?
Well, from NXT US, Bianca Blair, and then UK, NXT, definitely Rhea.
Yeah. Well, the women of WWE have had an incredible 12 months. You've had an incredible 12 months. When we look at the best matches of 2018, I think you were in all of them. So what was your highlight?
I'd have to go with Asuka, WrestleMania. She had nothing to prove, and I had so much to prove. And the fact that we'd had no prior time with each other to train in the ring, didn't have matches. It was literally like, okay, you're going to have this huge WrestleMania moment, and we need it to be really good. So it was just a perfect storm, and with my entrance and everything, and knowing that I was one of Triple H's goddesses on that throne, and then he told me, Lexi, and Sasha that this wasn't going to be our first WrestleMania moment, and then here I was on my own throne coming out. It was incredible.
Well, you talk about Asuka, and you've kind of reignited that rivalry recently. You've got an incredible feud with Becky Lynch, and there's unfinished business with Ronda. Who's your favourite competitor?
I don't really have favorites. Well, I take that back. I think my biggest rivalry of all time will be Sasha. Just how we started. But I think now when you say Ronda, Asuka, and Becky, I think what I really enjoy is getting into mode with what I need to be in that storyline. I enjoy seeing and changing my character and ring work to fit. Like how I was with Ronda at Survivor Series was definitely different than Evolution. And you could see that difference, and it's challenging myself to be able to do that, I think, yeah.
Well, we spoke to you in New York before Evolution, and we talked about your vulnerability as a character. And then we saw you at Survivor Series, and it's a completely different character. So how do you deal with that?
Yeah, so I kind of go with what's happening at the moment. So I think during Evolution, there was this feeling that I needed to apologize for being good, that I needed to apologize for having opportunities, that I needed to apologize for being the 7-time women's champion. It was just like, maybe I shouldn't be on posters. Like I feel bad. And that really, I think on a personal level, and especially with my character, was like, I feel bad. Like I feel bad that I was 2-time SmackDown Women's Champion, and now where I am today, it's like, nah, I don't feel bad because I'm that damn good. and I'm the baddest woman on the planet.
Well, looking ahead, we're a couple of weeks away from the first pay-per-view of 2019.
Yeah.
You're not in the title match. Will we see you in the Women's Royal Rumble?
I hope so. My dream would be to enter at number 1 and win the whole thing.
Well, you're already a hot favourite, so what do you think we can expect there?
Well, not having been in the Rumble the year before, but knowing that I still felt a part of it, knowing that the winner was more than likely going to choose me to face me at WrestleMania, I'm just looking forward to facing people that I've never faced, like the legends, Beth Phoenix, Trish, Lita, if they come back, and who else, that didn't come back last year that's going to come back this year.
And there's a lot of talk about women main eventing WrestleMania, which would be an incredible moment for the women of WWE. There's talk around whether it be a triple threat match between you, Ronda, and Becky. What's your thinking? And when you hear these kind of comments, what do you think about that?
I don't think of the opponents, I just think of my destiny. And I think that if I keep doing everything that got me to where I am today, that there's no doubt that my destiny will be to main event WrestleMania.